What was it like practicing against Jerry and Tim?
Against Tim, I remember my first time like going, one-on-ones with Tim. It's my first practice, man, and he runs like a triple, quadruple move on me. I'm like, yeah, it's one-on-ones, man. You know what I mean? This is like my welcome to the NFL moment. I'm like, man.
Corner post?
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, like, if you got to do all that to beat me, man, then I must be pretty good.
Welcome to Games with Names. I'm Julian Edelman. They're Jack and Kyler, and we are on a mission to find the greatest game of all time. And on today's episode, we are covering the Ohio State versus Michigan game, aka the game from 1997, with Heisman Trophy winner, Hall of Fame cornerback / safety, and my Fox teammate, Charles Woodson. And we're talking the hate between Ohio State and Michigan.
If we were 0-10 and we beat Ohio State, damn it was a good season.
A little Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers talk.
The interesting thing is that history repeated itself
1,000%.
with Aaron. And this dude can spin it.
And the perks of being a Heisman winner.
That's who you are. Like, that's who you're referred as. They can't take that away from you.
And then we talk about what it's like playing football on Thanksgiving in this week's Chill Zone presented by Coors Light. You got to stick around to the very end. Let's go.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Turkey Day.
Yeah.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble,
I'm thankful
gobble.
for you guys. Games with Names is a production of iHeartRadio. November 22nd, 1997. Michigan Stadium, Ann Arbor, Michigan.
The 94th edition of The Game. And a trip to the Rose Bowl on the line.
Woodson fields the punt. He got one block and another block and one more. He's gone. This is Ohio State versus Michigan. Welcome to Games with Names. Today we are going over the game. 1997, Ohio State versus Michigan with the GOAT, Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson, in one sentence, why this game?
Oh, man, this was, I think, in terms of really putting myself on the map, this was the game.
Is this the greatest game of all time?
It's the greatest rivalry in sports. Michigan, Ohio State. You don't get no better than that.
It doesn't get any better, and I can't wait to dive into the game. But let's start out with this. You grew up in Ohio.
Yeah.
You were Mr. Ohio in high school.
Yeah.
And you go to Michigan.
Yeah.
What the hell is that all about?
Yeah, good question, man. I get that question a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up in Northwest Ohio, and my older brother, his name is Terry. He played football. He played, all the other sports, baseball, and he was like, to me, he was the man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And guess who he loved? He loved Michigan.
He loved Michigan.
Loved that wing helmet. You know what I mean? The wing helmet, man, it gets a lot of people.
In the 90s,
Yeah.
especially when I was a kid, you were on this team.
Yeah.
And I was in Pop Warner, and that was like the coolest helmet everyone
There's
bought.
no doubt.
It was a helmet.
There's no doubt. So he loved the team. And so, him being like the guy that I looked up to,
Yeah.
it was like, if that's his team, that's my team.
Yeah.
So I always grew up, being a big Michigan fan. And, when you grow up a Michigan fan, in my opinion, you can't like the other school.
No.
Because that's like the biggest rivalry. Like, how do you like both? I
can't.
never, like today when guys visit and they're like, oh, I might go to Michigan, I might go to Ohio State. I don't get that.
Yeah.
For me, that's who I like. Now, I visited Notre Dame, visited Miami. I could visit other schools. But Michigan's rivalry was Ohio State. You know what I mean? So Michigan was always at the top of my list. And so when I was being recruited by Michigan, it was like, it was probably 95% chance I was going to Michigan.
95. Did the other 5, was that Miami after that visit
for
in
sure.
Miami?
For sure.
How was that?
Miami was, man, if there was ever a place that was going to change my mind,
The U.
it was the U.
The
It
U.
was the U. But The crazy thing about the U, though, is that I visited down there, and Dennis Erickson was the coach.
Yeah.
And I remember being in his office, and he was like, yeah, there's a lot of rumors about me leaving. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be right here in Miami. And I was like, okay, I'm young. I'm 17, 18 years old, whatever. Man, before you know it, he was off to Seattle.
He went
I was
to
like,
Seattle.
man, he just sat there and told me he wasn't leaving.
He's coaches.
You know what I'm saying? As coaches, man, they leave. But
He's coaches.
But yeah, if it was going to be anywhere else, it was going to be the U.
It was going to be the U.
Yeah, no doubt.
Man. Now,
No doubt.
you grew up in Ohio and you were a Michigan fan. Did you like the Browns? Were you a Browns fan? What were your pro
Sorta.
teams?
I actually like the Giants.
You like the Giants?
I did. I grew up liking the New York Giants for whatever reason. I mean, they had some great players, but I don't know. I gravitated towards New York for some reason.
Yeah.
The Browns were cool. My dad was a big Browns fan. Cincinnati was down the road. I remember having a pair of Bengals tennis shoes.
Okay.
But I wasn't a big Bengals fan.
No one was.
I don't know why my parents bought me that Bengals those shoes. I don't know why, but
That's probably Payless, bro. That's probably Payless. Right next to Shaq's.
One of those shoe stores, Shoe Carnival maybe.
Shoe Carnival.
One of them.
1,000%.
Yeah, but Giants, Browns, a little bit, and I think that was really it. And then in terms of players, Walter Payton. So I like Chicago because of Walter Payton. Walter Payton was like my favorite player.
Yeah.
Growing up, yeah.
Did your dad love Jim Brown?
Oh, he loved it all. I mean, he loved Browns. He loved the Cleveland Indians. Like he was all Cleveland sports.
I mean, back then though, like, because he was probably young when the Browns were like winning the championships back before there were Super Bowls.
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, for sure.
And like Jim Brown was God.
He was the man.
He was the man.
Yeah.
So, we worked together at Fox, NFL Fox Kickoff. And we always, we always go over our kids' videos.
Yeah.
And you show me little Charles always housing these kicks and stuff. And I hear he did he get a scholarship from Ohio State? I'm just saying.
You know what? Take my microphone off, man. I'm out of this joint, man. I'm out of here. Yeah, man. He's 16, junior in high school, playing well. He's gotten a bunch of offers. None from the school you just said.
I'm just saying, Ohio State, if you try to get back
they're
at
probably like, man, we can't get that kid. You know what I'm saying? But no, he's doing good, man. I'm coaching. Had a game last night.
How we do?
It was at first, man, we had to fight through some adversity early on. Team went on like a 15-play drive to start the game off and scored on us. And it was like, oh, man. But we weathered the storm, end up winning the game. I think 30-13 it was. Some guys had to step up, make big plays, you know what I mean? And it was.
Did you just say
game.
30-13?
30-13.
Jesus, 15-play drive start?
Early, man. It was like bam,
break.
It was like bam, bam. It was like, how the NFL, the coaches have those 15-play drive.
Once they get off the script?
Bam, 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 right down the field. I'm like, oh. Yeah, I got a little tight over there on the sideline for a minute.
What kind of coach are we?
You know what? I'm trying to do better in terms of controlling my emotions on the sideline. Yeah, I get a little heated sometimes, and I never wanted to be that guy.
Yeah.
Slinging headsets and things like that. I didn't want to be that guy, but I find myself every now and then, man.
You're that guy. I mean,
man, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't have a son, but the closest you get to the feeling you had when I was playing, at least, is when I see my kid do something awesome, when that she's been working hard, and you have a son doing the same shit that we did.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine your juices are flooring.
Oh man, always. And then not only that, man, I play for the Raiders, man, and we got a lot of bad calls, some no calls.
What are you talking about?
Some overturned calls. We got a lot of bad calls.
What calls are we talking about?
You know what I'm saying? We don't have to get into that. We'll say that for later.
We'll save that for later.
But man, when there's a missed call by a ref or a bad call, man, it really, I think I have like PT, what do you call it?
PTSD.
PTSD.
Tourette's.
Man.
You probably have.
Yeah. I think I do, man. And dude, I lose it, man. I got to control that better.
Can you guys imagine you roll up here, you're a high school ref, right? It's Friday night. You're going there. You're coming from your other job. You're doing this for. You got a DUI, so you have to give some hours.
You rode your bike to the.
You rode your bike. You go and you see the head coach of the other teams, Charles Woodson, the greatest fucking defensive football player of all time, and he's motherfucking you. You think, how does that ref feel? It's like Mighty Ducks.
Hopefully it's motivation, man. Make the right call. What do you mean? Come on, man. Come on, man. You know,
man,
that's hard. It's tough.
We were watching a lot of your highlights, and man, you were so good around the ball. You used to steal the ball from guys. You jumped the routes, and you'd come over the top. I mean, I remember you taking one from Megatron. Like, didn't you come over the top of him?
That was, I think that was a tight end.
Tight end.
That was a tight end. Yeah, that was.
But you got route. One on Megatron too.
Yeah, got one there. Yep. But yeah, a little stick route.
Stick route.
You know, in zone coverage. I've been wanting to pick that route off for so long too.
Yeah.
And you know, finally made he had it actually.
He did, and you stole it from him.
Yeah, but I've been wanting that route, that stick route, man. And I finally got it.
So you played for the Raiders. You get drafted to the Raiders. What was your first initial thought becoming an Oakland Raider?
My first initial thought was, man, I was happy that I got drafted where I got drafted because, you know, you never really know. You think you're going to go high. All of the, you know, the tea leaves are that you're going to be a high pick. But then there's rumblings like, hey, this team may move out of a spot. This team may move up, move back. So you really don't know until your name is called. So initially it's like, man, I'm going to the Raiders. Like, that's cool. But I don't really necessarily know the Raiders.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the late game. I grew up in the Midwest, so, you know, they come on late. You know, by the time they come on, I'm outside playing football with the buddies or something. Yeah. You know, by the time they come on. But, you know, once you get out there, immediately, you know, you start understanding it's the Raiders.
Sure.
You know, you got Willie Brown there, of course, Al Davis, but Willie Brown is the first person that really kind of, I would say, like, took me in and showed me what the Raiders was all about. He was the reason why I ended up wearing 24.
Yeah.
Because when I first got there, I wanted 21. Eric Allen came over from the Saints. He got 21. And so when I got there was a couple of other numbers left, and I was like, I don't know which number I'm going to wear. And Willie was like, you're going to wear 24. I was like, oh, all right.
Willie Brown said you got to go.
There it is. He said I got to wear 24, so it was 24. But yeah, once you get there, man, it's great after great after great. You know, Willie Brown, you got Cliff Branch, Freddie Blitnikoff was on the staff, Jim Otto worked with the Raiders, George Atkinson. Like, dude, it was the great, and they were always around.
Always around.
You know what I mean? So they brought me in, man, welcomed me. We always had throughout the years just great relationships with all those Raider greats, man. So once I actually stepped into Alameda where we practiced and was around the Raiders, then it was like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. Now give me your favorite memory of Al Davis, because I loved Al Davis growing up. Just the flair he had, the glasses. I was a Niners fan, but he was the grimy Raider guy that was just like crazy.
He was the man. Man, my best memories probably is Al would, myself and Darryl Russell, you know, may he rest in peace, a good friend of mine when we were with the Raiders. Al would give us tickets to Lakers games. And one time we went to the Lakers game. We fly down. We meet him at a hotel, I think maybe I don't know where this hotel was at, long time ago. Get in the car, we're driving to the game. You know, it's packed outside, we're reading through traffic. And so we get out of this car, and Al's got to pick tickets up at Will Call. And the line is, I don't know how long, it's like half a mile long. You know, I'm exaggerating, but it's a long line. And so we're looking at the wheel call. I mean, Daryl looking at each other like, "Dang, man, that's a long line. We're gonna stand in line with Al Davis." Get out the car, we walk. So we're walking past all these people. Al Davis walks up to the window. People kind of looking. Al Davis, tickets for Al Davis. Gets his tickets. Me and Daryl were like, damn.
That's Al fucking Davis.
Like that? Like that. And nobody said a word. I was like, that's how you do it.
He just had swag.
Oh, that Al was the man, dog. Same, either a white jogging outfit, black, glasses on, and he just moved like a gangster, dog. That's just what it was, man.
Did you smell his cologne? Everyone always talks about his cologne.
Oh, well, you knew when he walked outside in practice?
Yeah.
Al was here.
Yeah, you could smell
you already knew it. You already knew it.
Was it it was very musky, probably like old man musk.
Yeah, I don't know how you describe it.
Wasn't there
but you knew
Brute? It was probably like Brute, like aftershave. You know what I mean? Some Brute aftershave because he shaved every day.
Yeah, no, it was definitely strong, man. I definitely can't describe it. But when you're out at practice, man, you could be doing whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, Al's here.
Al's here.
Yeah, for sure.
You smell him.
Yeah, no doubt.
Man, so you go to the Super Bowl with the Raiders. But you go to the Super Bowl without Gruden. Let's get into Gruden. How was Gruden as a coach? Was he a great coach?
Gruden was a great coach, man. Very intense. I mean, you guys see him on television all the time. He was the same way then as he is right now. Always got that little scrunched up face. Yeah. But the hardest worker, that you were ever going to find. You used to see all those videos of him in the office early, hours of the morning. That was him all the time. But he came in, man, and immediately things started to change. 'Cause my first year was his first year, but they were coming off losing seasons. You could see things starting to turn around, and built that team up, through some other players that we got through free agency and that sort of thing. And man, we were good.
Yeah,
we were good, and we missed the opportunity. Going back to that call, one of those calls I was talking about.
What call?
Yeah, certain call. But that team was a great team, right? And then we lose that game, and then he's traded to Tampa.
What was the fucking? What's the locker room like after you hear that your coach gets traded?
Dude, I didn't know you could do that. I had no clue a coach could get traded. And I got a phone call, and they're like, "Hey man, did you hear that your Gruden got traded?" And I was like, "Who?" They're like, "Gruden, the coach." I'm like, I don't even understand what you're talking about right now. What do you mean the coach got traded? And so it was just the biggest shock in the world that we had just gotten to the playoffs, feeling good about that season. All right, we lost the game, got it. We're gonna move on next season. We'll be back again with our whole roster, our coach, and all of a sudden the guy that's orchestrating this thing is out the door.
Out the door.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then you play him in the Super Bowl the next year.
And we turn around and play him in the Super Bowl.
And he knew you guys?
Yeah.
You guys changed it up? Did Callahan change it up enough?
Yeah, he knew us. But I think there's a few things, man. You know how the saying goes, if something can go wrong, it will.
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law. So that year, the season was, things got backed up because of 9/11.
Yeah.
So playoffs came around, and it pushed everything back. So we didn't have 2 weeks from the championship game to the Super Bowl.
You only had one.
So right after the championship game, we're packing up. We're flying down to San Diego for the game. And then during that week, late in that week, our starting center, you know the story, he Tijuana and didn't make it back or whatever happened. So our starting center's out of the game. You know what I mean? Like
crazy.
Crazy. So it wasn't enough time to adjust. If we had another week, I feel like, it's a different outcome. But
yeah,
for all those things that happened, that just it threw us off, man.
That's crazy. The guy goes to Tijuana, Super Bowl week, and it's not even like you have 2 weeks.
Nah, it ain't 2 weeks, man. It was like Friday. It was a Friday night, Saturday, somewhere around there. It's like really close to game time.
Yeah.
And so you're hearing these whispers. Psst, hey, what? Psst, Barrett did what? Who? When? Today? Right now? Yeah, he's not playing. Oh man! And Barrett's he's the baddest dude in the league. Center. I would go to bat any day that against anybody that was playing at the time. He was the best center in football.
Wow. And
that's, not being biased because he was the teammate and that was a bad dude. So to lose him, that was a devastating loss for us.
Yeah, that's. I was going to ask you the wildest Raiders story. That's probably it.
I mean, to be fair, Tijuana's not that far from San Diego.
No,
yeah,
it's only like
just don't go during that time.
Now,
after you win the Super Bowl, you can do it. You can do it. Go wherever you want to go.
Who was your ultimate Raider other than you? Because you were like ultimate Raider, like my time.
Ultimate Raider. I guess it's got to be Tim Brown.
Tim Brown's
ultimate Raider. I think probably
no gloves, finger tape.
Yeah, I think probably the fans would say that too. But yeah, during my time, I would say, man, Tim Brown was Mr. Raider.
You got to play with Tim Brown and Jerry Rice. That was crazy when they played together.
Oh, it was nuts. Think about me. I grew up, of course, in Ohio, but I remember, growing up there and watching the Super Bowl and watching Jerry Rice against the Bengals. Super Bowl. I always tell people it's like when you're watching those games as a kid, you might have dreams of making it to the NFL, but you don't think you'll ever catch those guys, be in the league at the same time as those guys.
Yeah.
Because Jerry Rice, he's catching touchdowns, Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden, you walk in the locker room and there's Tim Brown. It's like, damn, I'm in the same locker room on the same team with Tim Brown. A couple years later, here comes Jerry Rice, like the GOAT, like in the same locker room. I'm like on the same team with Jerry Rice. You gotta be kidding me.
He was still moving back then?
What?
I know. He had did he have 1,000 yards at 40?
Man, Jerry was still balling, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was still balling. Yeah, he after us, he went on to Seattle and was balling.
Went to the playoffs?
Yeah.
Then he went to Denver.
Jerry was Jerry was the real deal, man.
What about Janikowski? Was he that drunk always?
He had his moments. He had his moments, but I mean, we all did, man. We hung, man.
It was in our scouting report when we would play you guys. Our special teams coach would be like, "This guy, he loves the vodka, but he'll kick it right down the middle." Like he was in the scouting report that Sebastian Janikowski was full raging alcoholic.
Jano, man, he played hard.
Yeah,
on and off the field for sure. For sure.
What was it like practicing against Jerry and Tim?
Against Tim, I remember my first time going, one-on-ones with Tim. It's my first practice, man, and he runs like a triple, quadruple move on me. I'm like, what's one-on-ones, man? You know what I mean? This is like my welcome to the NFL moment. I'm like, man. But
the triple post, corner post.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, like, if you got to do all that to beat me, man, then I must be pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, those guys made you better, man. Jerry Rice was, you always heard the stories about Jerry, about how hard he worked. And that was real. I mean, that was as advertised. Like if you went up against Jerry in one-on-ones and you jammed Jerry, you was gonna have to line up immediately the next play. You was gonna have to do it again. Like you weren't just gonna have him defeated on the football field. Catch the ball, he was gonna sprint, 30, 40 yards, whatever it was. So playing against those guys, man, they were excellence, so, you can't help but get better when you're around those guys. They were true professionals.
You loved that offhand jam, didn't you?
I love
quick jam. You loved the quick jam. I've seen your quick jam a bunch.
I tried to have a few things in my repertoire.
Who was susceptible as a receiver to get the quick jam? And your feet were staggered every time, so I would have read it.
Yeah. Well, you probably would have read it, but you probably would have read it wrong. But usually the bigger guys,
Bigger guys,
and then I mean, if you're on the line of scrimmage, then that would be the guy. The guys off the ball. I mean, some of you guys, man, you lining up in the backfield trying to get away from the jam, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, there should be penalties called on some of you guys as far back as you guys are lined up.
This ain't Canada.
Yeah, that's what you guys. That's what your receivers doing. I be looking at the ref like, ref, is this guy playing receiver or is he a halfback?
I mean, what are we doing?
What's going on, man? Yeah. So, but you offensive guys, you guys get away with everything.
We do. We sell the tickets, buddy. You guys win the championships. We sell the tickets.
Okay.
So, who was the toughest cover for you in your career?
Marvin. I was at Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, Marvin, man.
Quick as lightning.
Quick as lightning. And I played him a couple times when I was, I think my rookie year and my second year. Played him in Indy. So we played him on the turf. He's down there with Peyton Manning. And, Marvin was, I always joke that Marvin was, he was going to line up on the defensive left, offensive right. And that's where he was going to be. Yeah, damn it, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't a whole lot of motion in trying to get him open and all that stuff. You got to line up. You got to play Marvin head up. And I mean, to me, he had it all. He was fast. He was quick. He ran good routes.
Elite hands,
in and out of his breaks. Good. So I feel like just coming into the league and playing against him, that was, I would say, before I was seasoned, I would say that was the best guy I played against.
and he always seemed to be comfortable in the uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like for a small guy, he used to get like back shoulders, and he would play fade ball with the best of them. Yeah. And he was like 5'8".
Everything. I mean, short routes, intermediate routes, deep routes, 7 routes, over routes. Whatever. He had it all. Like you had to cover all the routes with him.
Maybe in like 5 years, 6 years, we'll have another Marvin Harrison, Charles Woodson rematch.
Oh, man. How about it?
With the Suns.
How crazy would that be?
That'd be sick.
Oh, man. Yeah. I like the sound of that.
But he's bigger than his dad.
Yeah,
It'd be a different matchup.
Yeah,
and your kid looks just like you on the field. He's like the same body.
Same body type. It'd be like me in Megatron. Like Megatron was like that. Megatron
Yeah. Was he hard to cover, Megatron?
Yeah, because, he was 6'4", 6'5", whatever he is. So, he's got that, that long catch radius, tall, he could run, and he's a big dude. He wasn't like a, slender dude. So he's a big dude as well. So, he was one of those guys that, if he got that step on you, then you're not recovering.
And he's never covered, even if he's covered because he's so big.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, that catch radius, man, up, wide. Yeah, that's hard to stop.
Who's the favorite quarterback to pick off?
Favorite to pick off? Well, it didn't come till late in my career. I picked off Peyton my last year in the NFL. So I had to say that was the favorite because it's Peyton.
Peyton, man.
Yeah.
You got Tom?
I dropped maybe 2 times interception. One of them I would have scored too, and I'm still mad about that. But he sent me the video one day. He was like, "Man, I gave you one." Oh man, I had it too, man.
You would have been smiling at him like you did Brian Greasy, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Just like
running down the field, I got your ass. Yeah, man. He laid it up there so nice for me too, and then I dropped it.
Yeah. So it's so crazy. You got to play for like one of the cornerstone franchises of the AFC.
Yeah.
The Raiders. And then you go and get to play with like probably the most prestigious franchise with the Packers. How was that transition?
To me, I feel like it came out of nowhere because it was never on my radar. Leaving Oakland, I went into free agency. I got franchised twice, then I went into free agency, and I'm thinking I'm gonna kind of have my pick, places to go. And man, it was dry out there for your boy, man.
Yeah.
And so Gruden was in Tampa, and then our GM Bruce Allen went down to Tampa, and so I was like, man, that's got to be they're going to bring me in
Warm
at some
weather.
point. And then that didn't happen. I was like, damn, I must be damaged goods out here or something, And then Green Bay, they started, they were calling my agent. They're like, hey, man, we want to get Charles in for a visit. I'm like, dude, I never even told you to call Green Bay and, They were like, man, they want you to come visit. And so when everything kind of was drying up, I was like, dang, I got to go see what Green Bay is talking about. And so eventually, that ran its course, and I signed with Green Bay and, started off, rocky as hell, man, because I didn't want to be there, man. And mentally, I still couldn't shake the fact that I didn't have my pick of places to go.
Yeah.
It bothered me. And so it took a while for me to, get myself comfortable. I always give a lot of credit to George Kuntz, who used to play with the Packers. He was there. He had a role within the organization. And, we hung out a lot, man. He would introduce me to different people in the Green Bay community. And then he ended up, I think he took a job down in Milwaukee. So then I started kind of getting down to Milwaukee and just kind of feeling my way around Wisconsin a little bit. And then finally I was able to kind of settle down.
Yeah.
And then I was able to kind of appreciate where I was at.
Yeah.
The history of the franchise. And once that happened, then I started making plays. And then it was like, oh, I'm good now.
Then it was fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
How's the Lambeau Leap?
I never did the
Never
Lambeau
hit
Leap.
the Lambeau Leap?
No. I had a plan.
What was the
I
plan?
had a plan. I was one interception return for a touchdown away from being the all-time leader. And that was going to be when I did it. And they let me go.
They let you go.
They let me go, man. So I didn't get the Lambeau Leap.
6 years, consecutive years with the pick six.
Pick six, yep.
NFL record. 6 year span. C. Woods getting a sixer.
Put it in the books.
That's crazy.
Put it in the books.
Now, what was that transition from Favre to Rodgers like? How crazy was that? This guy's, is he retiring? Is he not? Is he here? Is he not? We got Young Buck, this, that. What was that all about?
The interesting thing is that history repeated itself.
1,000%.
with Aaron. Yeah, it was kind of crazy because I got there in 2006. Brett's there, and there was talks of whether he was going to play again after that year. And then 2007 happened, and it's like, what's he going to do? So every year you kind of, is dangling around. He's going to retire. He's coming back. But during that time, 2006, I'm practicing against this young kid in practice every day. And this dude can spin it.
Spin.
Yeah, he can spin it. And so, we had our battles just in practice. And so you gotta, that up close look at a young kid who's, figuring it out. But man, every day, man, he's just getting better and better and better and better. And so by the time 2007 comes around and, it's looking like Brett's going to be, on his way out that next year. Oh, in the locker room, it's like, oh, we straight.
We're straight.
Oh, yeah, we got our guy. Yeah, we don't have no issues. If you're going to leave, going to another team, whatever you're going to do, we got 12. We're good.
Wow. That's what you heard from like the Chiefs with Alex Smith and Patrick
Yeah,
Mahomes.
yeah,
they're all like, yeah, we see you guys.
Yeah, we're winning.
Yeah.
We're good. But if this guy happens to move on, we might be better.
And you knew he was going to be that good.
Oh yeah, it's without a doubt. Without a doubt.
In practice, he was just lighting them up.
He'd make throws in practice.
That's crazy.
Pinpoint accurate passes. With heat on them, with precision. And, sometimes you just be there and you be like, wow. Like, dang, he's the backup. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because Brett threw a fucking hard, a fun ball too.
Yeah. Brett broke a lot of fingers in his time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Super Bowl, you finally get your Super Bowl win.
Finally.
And you have a great pass breakup, break the collarbone, but you gave the halftime speech, I heard. What was the halftime speech?
Well, it was, it didn't come out quite the way I would have wanted it to. Just because, man, I'm sitting in that X-ray room, man, and I saw the picture. like if it's any other injury, I'm playing that second half. Like I'm not sitting out a game. You know what I mean? It's got to be really bad for me not to play in the game.
Soupy.
And I saw that picture on the screen, and my bone was looking like this. I said, "Oh my God." So I go into the bathroom stall, man. I'm just in the bathroom, just, man, crying. I'm like, man, I can't believe this, man, Super Bowl. I remember Greg Jennings, he came and he's opened the door. He's praying like, man, he's praying. I'm like, man, I didn't want to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? But I always appreciated that. And then when the coach is calling us up to go back out after halftime, I was like, Coach, man, can I say something? And he was like, man, Charles, come on in. And, I wanted to say something like really profound. You know how it is, man. Yeah. But all I could get out was, man, you guys know how much I want this. Man, go out there and get it done, basically is what I said. And I couldn't hold back the tears, dude. I was devastated.
Yeah.
Yep. But shit, hey, they went out there and handled business, man, and got the thing done.
And you're a huge part of the reason why they were even there. Man, and people don't realize the collarbone, that hurts.
Oh my
You
goodness.
can't
dude, you can't do that.
That's a painful injury right away.
Yeah. Every little twitch, every little
cough.
Every time you get up, you're putting that pressure on it, like slow moving. Yeah, that's a tough one.
That was tough. How was the parade?
Cold. Yeah, it was cold. So we had that in the stadium, actually. So most people, parade, you're on a bus or whatever, you're riding through. Ours was in Lambeau Field, and it was freezing cold. Yeah, freezing. I'm out there in my sling, and yeah, but it was all good. Stadium was packed. We celebrated.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a freaking awesome win. As an athlete, you have those career moments on the field that just stand out from the rest. And I mean, it's the same thing in the bedroom. A few instantly spring to mind, but none are actually appropriate for this show. So, point is, Rose Sparks is a prescription treatment that can make more of those moments happen. It features a dual action treatment for guys who want harder and more controlled erections. It works in your system for up to 36 hours, so you can make a career-defining move anytime the mood strikes. And like I always say, when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. These little guys dissolve under your tongue, and once they do, they work in 15 minutes on average. And then it's all about stronger, bigger, thicker erections, more control in bed, and better sex for both of you. So check out Rose Sparks. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off your first order of Rose Sparks on a reoccurring plan. Connect with a provider at ro.co/GWN to find out if prescription Rose Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/GWN for $15 off your first order. All right, let's jump into the next segment. Let's go back to November 22nd, 1997, where this game took place. And let's go over some pop culture. Number one movie was Mortal Kombat. Number one song, Candle in the Wind by Elton John.
What?
That was then?
What?
Yeah, Princess Diana died.
Oh, Princess Diana died. Do you remember that?
I remember her dying. I don't remember that song.
Yeah. The
But
candle
that's a good
in
call,
the
though.
wind.
Good, yeah. Dang.
Flubber came out, Starship Troopers.
Pretty good. It's close.
Starship Troopers.
Hey, I know how you are with the teleprompter, so
Titanic.
I get it, man. I get it.
You get it now. You get it. Titanic came out. Good Will Hunting. Do you like apples?
How you like them apples?
How you like
How
that?
you like
See, Charles got it.
There you go.
You got it.
There you go.
Super Bowl champions were Denver Broncos. MVP. Co-MVPs. They were doing this back in the day, which is weird. Brett Favre and Barry Sanders, still probably both deserving.
No doubt.
Heisman Trophy winner, Charles Woodson.
Let's go.
How was that? Winning a Heisman Trophy.
Man.
Really the only defensive player to do it, because Travis Hunter, he played a whole lot of offense.
Yeah, he's a lot of offense. Yeah, I dibbled and dabbled over there. That's what I tell people. But yeah, man, it's one of those, when you're a kid, you're like, yeah, I'm going to win the Heisman. And so when I went to college, coming off of high school where I was running back. I was all offense, and chose to play defense just because I had issues playing running back. Man, you take a beating on your knees. I was like, I ain't gonna last like that. So playing defense. So once I moved to defense, you kind of the Heisman's kind of out of the question. Nobody wins the Heisman on defense, and so I remember after my freshman year, Amani Toomer had left. Mercury Hayes had left. And so we had some young guys at receiver, and I was like, Coach, man, what you think about me playing a little bit of receiver too? I was like, all right, well, check it out. So I played a little bit in spring ball, and they were like, okay, we might have something. So now I was getting some reps on offense. And so once that happened, and then I got into my third year, by my third year, my defense was, I had the defense thing on lock. Like, I knew I was the best player in the country. That's how I felt. But then to have that little bit of offense sprinkled in there, I was like, oh, we might be back in the mix for this Heisman thing. Yeah, it might be back in the mix. And so, season, plays out. And then there was a couple of crucial moments. One was the one-hand catch at Michigan State. And then that was like the moment where the eyes really kind of was like, oh, wow, yeah, okay. And then Penn State.
Penn State, what we do there?
Penn State. I had one catch for a touchdown.
37-yarder.
37-yarder. Drew Vicious was the receiver, so I matched up with him all game. We blow them out, I don't know, 30-something to maybe 6 or something, I don't know. But we blew them out. So that was another moment. And then after that game, the media asked me if I thought I was the best player in the country. And I said, yes. And then we go on, and then this game comes around.
And then this game, and the Heisman, this was a Heisman moment.
Yeah.
We'll get into that game.
34-8.
Huh?
34-8.
34-8. What was on? Did you have a Walkman back then before the games? Did you guys have tape players, or would you have?
Yeah.
What were you putting on the tape cassette player? Because that's an old joke, by the way.
Hold on, say that again.
This is me old joking because you guys had. I was an MP3 player kid. I was an iPad kid.
Okay. You slipped one in.
What do you? I was a kid.
You weren't an iPad kid.
No, I was an iPad kid.
I did have a little.
What was on the pregame list?
Tupac.
Tupac always.
Yeah, it was gonna be Tupac.
All eyes on me.
All eyes on me against the world. So anything Tupac, man, I was playing. I see the Biggie down there. I played Biggie too, but Tupac was always a favorite. Master P, No Limit. Anything.
Make them say,
and then yeah, man. P was the one.
Master P was so cool then.
Yeah, No Limit.
Hoop.
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
Remember? Didn't he have like a hoop league? And little Romeo had his little son had his little TV show at this time. I think probably
P tried out for Toronto, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. P was the man.
What was it like being the big man on campus in 1997? Like at Michigan. I went to Kent State, which is kind of almost like a satellite school.
Yeah.
Like you guys had real school.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, man, I tried to keep a low profile.
Do you have a bodyguard?
Yeah, 2 of them.
You had 2 bodyguards.
I kept a low profile, man. I tried to stay out the way. You know what I mean? I tried to.
Yeah. This next question we ask all our interviewees: how much did the school pay you?
I don't remember.
Was there a pay cut your rookie year?
Somewhat. Yeah. No, I'm playing. I didn't make any money in school, man. I wish I would have. I wasn't one of those guys, man, that got the money.
I don't know, bro.
What do you mean?
We won't get into that. This is a Glaze podcast, but we know Charles Woodson was definitely getting cheddar back at Michigan when he was a kid.
I got the little $15 chits like everybody else.
What is that?
You got the little cards they give you where you can go to certain restaurants, $15 you can order.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it. That's all we have, man. That's all I have.
I made $50 from a booster by helping a kid move in. His kid move in. I thought I was like, hell yeah.
Isn't it just working a job?
Yeah, it was pretty much working a job. That was working a job.
Nice little crisp $50.
Nice 50. All right, let's jump into this game, Kyler. Break it down.
So this is a 10-3 Ohio State team. They were the 10th. This was the 10th year of the John Cooper era. Opened the year ranked 9th, got as high as number 4. This was one of those years where they split quarterback duties, going between both Joe Germain and Stanley Jackson. Antoine Winfield was on this team. He was their lone All-American. It was also a great year for David Boston at 14 touchdowns and almost 1,000 yards.
Antoine was a bad boy.
He was Vikings, right?
Vikings, yeah.
And his son, look, his son's a little baller.
Yeah, no doubt.
What do you remember from this Ohio State era?
I remember that my first 2 years, my freshman and sophomore year, I think we had lost 3 games, 2 games going into this game, or 3. And they were always undefeated. And so the tables had flipped this 97 year.
Yeah.
We were undefeated. So we beat them both my freshman year and my sophomore year when they were like all world. Like everybody thought they were going to run through us, win a national championship. We beat them both years. And so now that pressure has shifted because now we were the one that was undefeated. So that was the thing that I remember most about it, because this was, this is my 3rd year in college. And I knew, man, that I had to get to the Rose Bowl, because that's what the Big Ten was all about, getting to the Rose Bowl. One of us had to go through the other one, whether it's Michigan or Ohio State, had to go through the other one to get to that game. And it was like, man, we got to get this one done.
Got it.
Got to get it done.
Now, what do you hate most about Ohio State?
I don't know if there's like a thing. It's just, that's the rivalry. I feel like I was just born in it.
You were born.
You know what I mean? And it's.
You're like a daywalker in Blade.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Well, you're from Ohio, but then you went to Michigan.
But I can walk around in the daytime and nighttime.
The daywalker's the vampire that can go out in the day.
He can go in the daytime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like
so when I'm at home, I can go out because
you're from Ohio.
But I won all 3 years, so that I am a daywalker.
Can you put in perspective how big this game is between Ohio State and Michigan? Like, do you guys talk about this all year long?
Yeah, this game is every practice. There's a wrinkle that's put in that's got to deal with Ohio State. So you're always working on something that they're doing. So after we've worked on, let's say we're playing, Indiana's a hot team right now, right? Let's say we're playing Indiana next week. We're game planning for Indiana, but then there's going to be a period where we're going to break off, and it's going to be something that they do. So all year long, you're building up into your data bank something about that team that they do. So it's, we used to always say, man, if we were 0-10 and we beat Ohio State, damn it was a good season.
Good season.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to win this game.
So your coaching staff is like watching tape on like every single Ohio State game, preparing for the final game?
Always. There's always, and they're doing the same thing down there. Like there's always, there's somebody on the staff responsible for, hey, give us something that they're doing, and then we're going to, whether it's 5 or 10 minutes in practice, this is what they're doing down there at Ohio State. So we got to, it's always preparing for that team. Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
That's a rivalry.
That's rivalry. Before we move on, talk to me about David Boston.
Man,
He's a good football player.
David was a beast, man. I remember this particular game. We're in pregame warmups, and he's walking out of the tunnel, and dude's jacked.
Yeah.
And he walks out of the tunnel. He's got no sleeves on, no gloves. It looks like he's put Vaseline on his arms. And guys walked around me like, damn, you got to guard him today. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how he kind of walked out of the tunnel like, damn, who is this guy? But he was all world, man. I mean, big. He could run. Yeah, set all kind of, little records down there, but he was the rival.
He was a rival.
Yeah,
He was in the way.
Didn't matter. He was in the way.
He was in the way.
He was in the way.
Let's jump into these Michigan Wolverines.
12-0 Michigan Wolverines were led by Lloyd Carr in just his third season at Michigan. Started the year ranked 14th, finished the year ranked 1. This team is stacked. 31 future NFL players on the roster. Brian Griese at quarterback, Tom Brady backing him up. But this team is defined by their incredible defense led by Charles Woodson. They gave up an average of 8.9 points per game. That was best in the nation. Some other All-Americans, Jermaine Tooman, Charles Woodson, and Glenn Steele.
Jeremy, yep.
What are you looking at this right here? What are you thinking about when you look at all
I was
these?
just thinking about what he said. Our defense was stingy, man. Our defense was good, man. We had some guys on the you see the name Glenn Steele there, relentless pass rusher, tough as nails. Jeremy Tooman, you see All-American tight end. Whenever we needed a big play, a lot of times in a passing game, it was going to be Jeremy Tooman. Our offense was always built on running the ball tight end, and Jeremy was a big part of that. But yeah, I think just our defense, man, it was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun because we went out in every game, man, with so much confidence that you couldn't move the ball on us. That's how we walked on the field, with that kind of confidence, man. And it was fun, man.
is this the best college defense of all time?
I think we're up there for sure.
Who rivals you guys?
Well, Nebraska had a good defense. They were what they call the black shirt defense. They were called for a minute. They were good. Miami's defense.
You had some defense. 2001,
I believe, that team with all of the
Taylor,
All-American and NFL players they had on that team. Ed Reed's on that team.
Reed.
Oh man, those dudes were tough. So there's a few of them. Those are the ones I can think of, but we were definitely one of the best for sure.
How do you sum up this team?
Probably, our coach Lloyd Carr, early in the year, he kind of the theme for our team was, reaching the mountaintop. I may be saying it wrong, but something like that. But it was the story was story of the guy who climbed Mount Everest, and so
Sir Edmund Hillary.
Say it again.
Sir Edmund Hillary was the first person to climb Mount Everest.
I don't quote me. I don't know if that's the name. Could be, could not be. I don't know. But it was about reaching that mountaintop, and along the way there's going to be a lot of obstacles along the way trying to get up there. A lot of people trying to knock you down mentally. Your mind's going to play some tricks on you at times, but you just got to keep picking at it. We got these pickaxes. I don't know if that was a smart thing to do to give us all pickaxes, but
He literally gave you guys all pickaxes.
We got these pickaxes, man, like real pickaxes. And so, that was symbolized, man, keep climbing.
Keep climbing.
No matter,
So you guys all had a pickaxe in your locker.
Pickaxe, man.
You still got it? We got to get a pickaxe. We're putting a pickaxe on the wall.
I don't know where it's at.
For
amazing blue pickaxe.
Amazing blue pickaxe.
Yeah. Yep, we got that, man. So I think that would sum up what our team was, because, throughout the year, everything's not going to go perfect. We were down to Iowa, I think 14-0. And Tim Dwight ran 2 punt returns back on us, something crazy like that.
Timmy Dwight.
Yep. And so we had to come
White
back.
Lightning.
Come back and win that game, I think maybe 24-28 maybe, or 24-21, something like that. But that's just kind of the way the season goes. And it fit right in with his theme, for the year. And so that's what I would say about that team, man. We reached the mountaintop.
After that Iowa game, you was like, the pickaxe was there.
Yeah, we're ready.
We had the pickaxe.
We clawing, baby.
What was young Tom Brady like? You got to go against him a lot in probably scout team, right?
Yep. Went against Tom, man. Tom was my year. So we always, you know how it is when you come in with your group, you want your guy to play.
Yeah.
You know who's there. Like Brian Griese was there, Dry Spot was there, but anybody from our group, we like, man, you should be playing, man. You should be playing. I should be starting. Yeah, you should be starting. But he was always he was steady. You know what I'm saying? He was backup. He was paying his dues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was paying his dues, but he always had the talent. You know what I'm saying? So we saw that. Now, whether or not he should have been starting, whatever. But we knew he could play. Now, we didn't know he was going to go on and do the stuff he did with you guys, but yeah, but he was good, man.
How was Greasy?
Grease was a gamer.
He was a gamer?
He was a gamer, man. Yep. He was a gamer. I mean, that game I was talking about, the Iowa game, man, he had to get out of the grasp of I think a defensive end, spin around, and then end up throwing a touchdown to Jeremy Tooman. Like, that was a huge play in the game. If you don't make that play, we probably lose that game. My first couple of years, the freshman year and sophomore year, he didn't start either of those seasons, but he ended up being the guy that beat Ohio State my freshman and sophomore year. So, and then my third year, he started all the way out. So, yeah, Grease was a gamer, man.
Who was like the team asshole on this team that you kind of
asshole
held everyone kind of accountable, tough?
I would say Eric Mays, because he was one of our captains. He was a linebacker, smaller linebacker, but he was tough. He was tough. You know what I'm saying? And he had a little bit of asshole about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I would say Eric Mays.
Who's the funny guy? Who's the prankster, the jokester?
I would say the guy that probably kept it light the most, I would say Chris Singletary. He was also a linebacker. But he was the guy that, like, on the sideline, he was always in your ear, like, with some, like, inspirational shit on the sideline. Just, you know what I'm saying? Come on, boy, you got this, man. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? He was always that guy, man. You could always count on it at some point in the game. You know, him walking by you and be like, all right, Wood, it's time to make a play, dog. You know what I'm saying? That was Singletary for sure.
Who's the best player you ever played with at Michigan?
Oh, man. I would probably say it's a tough one. I would say Tishmanga Biaka-Batuka, running back.
He was a beast?
Yeah, he was a beast. Yeah, he was great feet, tough runner. He ran really upright too. So, and it always seemed like the ball was out loose. And I don't know how he always held on to the ball, but he did. But good speed. I mean, my freshman year, he had 313 yards against Ohio State.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd say Biaka-Batuka.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's jump into the game. Kai Guy, game lead up.
Ohio State was coming into this game ranked fourth, with their lone loss at this time coming in a wild week against Penn State, who was number 2 at the time. Michigan, on the other hand, was number 1 in the nation, 11-0, with a trip to the Rose Bowl and a national title
showing out then
in their sights. It's also worth noting that Michigan had won 4 out of the last 5 meetings with Ohio State.
Oh, so you owned them by then. This is you owned them in your career.
Yeah. I'm undefeated. 3-0. Proud of that.
3-0.
That's right.
Left early.
That's right.
For those that didn't do the math.
Gotta go.
So Keith Jackson was on the call for this game. Also, Bob Greasy
Whoa,
was in the
Nelly.
announcer booth.
It's a little bias. Bias. You know, nowadays Brady would have caught some flair for that.
It's going to be a barn burner tonight. Started out with a scoreless first quarter. Michigan recovers an OSU fumble on their
Attendance,
own 33.
106,000, the big house. That's crazy.
What's it like playing
That's
in the
every
big
week,
house?
man. That's nothing.
Every week?
That's nothing, man. We probably fit like 4 or 5 Kent States in there.
Well, you want to know something, Charles? Okay, at my senior day, we had 39 people, and I think my parents were 3 of them.
Hold on, what'd you say?
3 of them.
Yeah, we had 39 people at senior day.
39 people, all of them from the team.
Not even, because there was a snowstorm. It was like our senior day. It was just the parents, bro.
39 people. Man, that's tough. That's a tough gig.
That's why when I went to the Patriots, I went to training camp, bro. I was like nervous because we had like 25,000 people at training camp. It was most people I ever been in front of.
That's wild. That's wild.
What's the energy at the big house like during an Ohio State game?
Oh man, it's heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is, I mean, all of the other games, man, they're you got to win them all in order to kind of get where you're trying to get, but it's really about this game. I don't know how else to really explain it. You know what I mean?
Say Dakron. I know.
I was thinking. That was on the tip of my tongue. I was thinking about that, but it's like a there's a weight. You know what I mean? There's a weight on you, man, because man. Look, we got to beat this team. Like we don't care what happened before, the week before, 2 weeks before. Don't matter. We got to win this game. So everybody's like hyper focused. You know what I mean? During this game. So
urgency's up.
Yeah, man. You like got the Superman like vision eyes, like laser focus.
Now going into this week, what do you remember in the prep week? Anything special?
That week, just remember there was a lot of jawing going back and forth between both teams. You know what I'm saying?
Is some bulletin board material?
Yeah, bulletin board. I remember David Boston said that, if they were clicking, they would win by 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean? And he said that to the media. So that was out there like, well, we should beat Michigan by 2 touchdowns. Like, what? What are you talking about, man? You know what I mean?
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Mr.
what
Boston?
are you doing? So just a lot of jawing going back and forth in the papers, and so it just added a little bit of fuel to the fire, man.
I love it. What's something most people don't understand about this rivalry?
That is really rooted in territory. Like this was a fight over Michigan and Ohio over Toledo.
Oh, so there's some history behind this.
Yeah, it's some real history.
Toledo's in Ohio, though, so Ohio won?
Toledo's in Ohio. Toledo got Ohio. But, I think I want to say 1800s, but they were fighting over the city of Toledo because it had some trade implications.
From the lakes.
And, yep. And so there was a bad blood between citizens of both states, literally. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yes, it's about football, but then it's also rooted in something else as well.
What does the winner get? You guys have a wheel or like some?
You mean like the Paul Bunyan what we get from Michigan State?
I don't know.
No. Just you got your ass whooped.
You got your ass whooped.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this game.
They don't need some bullshit.
We had a wagon wheel.
Yeah,
just me and Kent State Akron, baby. Wagon wheel. 12 miles away from each other. Hey, this is Julian Edelman. As a fellow dude, do you ever get that not so fresh feeling in your butt? That's because you're probably using the dry stuff to wipe. Wet, extra large, flushable dude wipes get what toilet paper leaves behind in your behind. You wouldn't clean the tail end of your truck with dry paper towels, so why would you wipe with dry toilet paper? Wetter just cleans better. With dude wipes, there are no more dingleberries, no more itch and irritation, just a deep, down the seam, confident clean. Plus, unlike baby wipes, dude wipes are extra big for adult hands. You're not a baby, so keep them on hand so you get nothing on your hands. And speaking of on hand, dude wipes come in different scents and pack sizes, including a single-use, on-the-go pack that you can take anywhere for that home field advantage. Stop being an a-hole to your b-hole. Drop the toilet paper. Available on Amazon and major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes, best clean, pants down.
So as we mentioned, scoreless first quarter, and then in the middle of the second quarter, Brian Griese finds you over the middle for a 37-yard catch and run that would lead to a Anthony Thomas touchdown, having Michigan go up 7-0. Then with 4.7 left in the half, OSU punts it away to you.
And you house a punt. Take us beat for beat.
When was that?
It was right before this.
Right before the halftime, was it?
Yep, 4 minutes before halftime.
Okay.
You remember that punt return?
No, not at all. I don't remember that.
You got it.
Nah. No, but no, I was interested in the timing because I don't remember it, being right before halftime. But yeah, But no, I remember, first of all, the 37-yard catch, coming across the middle of the field. And, man, I thought I was going to score, and I had Antoine Winfield's coming. And so I just tried to, put a quick stiff arm, and he caught my ankles and got me down. So I was like, doggone it. You know what I mean? That would have been a nice little pass and catch for a touchdown. But then the punt return, so I had I was a punt returner most of the year. I think me and another receiver, Russell Shaw, had kind of split a little bit throughout the season, but I hadn't run one back all year. And so, punter kicks his ball, man, and it's like it's up there forever.
Does he outkick the cover?
Oh, man, it's up there forever. And so you're going to have a shot. You know what I mean?
You have cushion.
And it's one of those plays where I don't know if you like when you catch the ball and you've scored a touchdown where it seems like you can kind of see everything and like all the blocks are set up like perfectly like a movie.
Yeah.
That's the way this punt return was. I catch the ball, start out to the right, and then all the blocks start happening. And like I told you before the game, like how you're laser focused, like I could see every block where everybody was, and I weaved my way through. And then once that opening, there was one more block, like right towards the end, bam. And I was like, damn, I finally got one. Run it in, and when I get there, I'm telling the cameras, come on, because I'm about to hit this pose. And then and the teammates come, rush, boom, tackle me. I'm on the bottom of this pile. I can't breathe. I'm tired. Like, it's cold out there. Like, but it was like, man, I've been back there 10 games, man. Never got one. Finally, this was the time.
In the biggest moment.
In the biggest moment, in the biggest game. Finally housed that thing.
Was this your Heisman moment?
No, 100%. Well, really this whole game.
The whole game?
This whole game. Because I got that I was the only receiver, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you guys look it up, but I think I was the only receiver on our team that had a catch in this game.
Only receiver that had a catch. Everyone, it was all tight end and running back.
It was being locked. It was being locked up. It was being locked up. Winfield knocked out 2 of our players out of the game.
Winfield can hit now.
Oh, he'll bang you.
Yeah, he'll bang you.
Yeah, he'll bang you. He was a tough dude, man.
Yeah, just running backs and tight ends, and yeah.
That's it, huh?
Yeah. So you're saying that after you return the punt, you were going to do the?
I was going to hit the pose, and the guys rushed me, and
they tackled
so
you.
then that was out the window. So then, we'll get to it later, but that's when the Rose thing came at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So that ended up, yeah.
Shout out Desmond Howard.
I mean, Howard did it, but
what makes a good Heisman moment?
Timing. I think timing and opponent.
Timing and opponent.
That's it. So like I was saying, like I had some things before this game, the one-hand catch, and then going down Penn State, our team dominating that team. And then this game, this is the game. And so if you shine in this game, then somewhere in there you're gonna have your moment.
You gotta have a moment.
What I mean? And so I had a couple of them in that moment. One, it was a catch early in the game. Then it was a punt return, and then I picked one off in the end zone later in the game.
In the red area.
In the red area. So yeah, so a couple of different moments in the big game that you can pick from, and then being an integral part of the game. Like you have all those things going for you. There's your moment.
There's your moment.
Yeah.
So something about this touchdown that gets kind of lost in the sauce. You guys go up 13-0. There's a miss or a blocked extra point.
That almost gets housed.
Cassmore.
Yeah.
Andy Cassmore. Yeah, he almost runs that thing back.
Almost ran it back.
Yeah, with the biggest shoulder pads on you've ever seen in your life.
A lot of those.
This was a heavy shoulder pad game.
There's some mega shoulder pads in these games.
Yeah. That was a scary little moment because he was out of there too.
Shout out Jay Feely.
Jay Feely.
That was Tom's roommate, right? I think I've heard that somewhere.
He might have been strongest kicker in college football.
He was yoked.
He pushed that 225 up
a lot.
Yeah, more than most linemen.
So goes 13-0 into halftime. You keep Ohio State off the board with an interception in the end zone early in the third. That's followed by a Andre Weathers 43-yard pick six.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like a stick route again, too, wasn't it?
Nah, I think
Or
it was
just a bad throw?
I think it was just a bad throw, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it might have been tipped too.
You guys went up 20-0.
You guys went up 20-0. So then they start trailing back in the third and fourth.
Yep. They got Boston, so
He got you on the double move, or kind of you kind of spun out weird.
I thought he was gonna run like a deep curl.
Yeah.
So I was really prepared to jump the route. And he kept going. It's like, shit. So I turn, I run, I catch up. He slows down. So I'm comfortable with the ball in the air, being on defense. So when he slowed down, I know I got a chance to turn around. So when I turn, he's on my right side. I turn his way, and when I looked at the ball, it carried.
Close.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you almost made
it carried. I'm still sick about that. And then I was kind of a little discombobulated just because it carried on me. I didn't know how to react at that point. And he caught it, touchdown. So they got on the board.
What did he say to you? Because you guys were talking.
Yeah, he was John. He
got a penalty.
He got a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct.
He held the ball out. He was yelling and all that. So he ended up getting a penalty. And then I don't know how they scored.
So they scored on that touchdown, and then you guys had two fumbles. There was a strip sack that put Ohio State inside the 5. They punched it in.
Pearson, yep.
Yeah, and you were 20-14. But then that was the last final score.
Got it. Yep. And then before that was the interception. They were driving. Yep. Receiver ran. Was in the red zone. Rensselaer inside right out, undercut it. Can't run deep. Can't run out the end zone.
Can't run out the end zone. Everything's tighter in the red area.
Everything's tighter. And so I caught that.
Space.
And I was the plan was to come out. And the ground was slick. And I slipped. But my plan was to try to get that thing over the sideline.
You trying to win 2 Heismans?
Yeah.
Come on, Charles. You got to leave a Heisman for someone else.
That was the plan. And I slipped, man. I was like, dang it. But so that was another one of those moments in the game. And then at the end, we had to, they got the ball back, and we had to just basically stop them, from driving back down the field. And we did that. So.
And that was it.
Final score 2014. Michigan's going to the Rose Bowl.
Going to the Rose Bowl. And that's when, after the game, they're handing out the roses. And I grab that thing. The first thing I do, bite it. And then that's my moment. So I think it's my football life, I say Desmond has the pose, I have the rose.
Look at that.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a poet and you didn't even know it.
You didn't know it.
Look at you, Charles.
Yeah.
So you have your Heisman moment on the field was the punt return, and then the Heisman moment picture is the rose.
That's it.
Man.
That's it.
What's the aftermath of this, Kai guy?
So Michigan completed their first undefeated regular season since 1971.
Wow.
You would go on to win the Heisman, which is beating some wild people. Peyton Manning, Ryan Leaf, Randy Moss, who had 90 catches, 1,647 yards, and 25 touchdowns. Ricky Williams finished 5th.
Ricky Williams fifth, and Ryan Leaf was fourth.
Leaf was second.
Yeah.
Moss was 4th. And then Ohio State would fall to Florida State in the Sugar Bowl 20-14. You guys would win the Rose Bowl, beating Washington State 21-18. However, and finishing first in the AP for a national championship.
Robbed.
However, Nebraska finished first in the coaches poll, considered a split national championship.
What? A split national championship? Were they undefeated too?
They were undefeated, yeah.
They had a better opponent in their bowl game.
They beat Tennessee.
Yeah. Peyton Manning.
They crushed Tennessee in that game.
And this was the last year of the before the BCS. The next year was BCS and Tennessee won, 1998.
Yeah, so if this is a year later, we would have been able to play Nebraska.
But you still count it as a natty, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a natty.
It's a natty.
Yeah.
It's a natty.
Yeah, it's no doubt.
Undefeated. Come on.
Yeah.
Undefeated, Heisman,
Everything.
natty.
Everything.
What was like Heisman night in New York? Would you guys like? That's gotta be a fun night.
Partied, man.
How was Randy? Do you guys hang out with each other?
We didn't hang out after then. We hung out a little bit before, because we would have gotten up there that Thursday night, Friday. So they kind of take you around the city a little bit. You know, it's around Christmas time.
So
you know
fun.
what I mean? So it's
You're 18. You're 20 years old.
Yeah, it's
your
festive.
first time seeing the big city, probably.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It being seeing the with the big tree with the Rockefellers. Yeah, it was a real scene, man. But then the night after, I had one of my buddies from college, Marcus Ray, who was a safety on the championship team. We kicked it. We found a little spot, man, to go hang out, a little club. Me and him got on the microphone.
You were not flowing.
Oh, man, we was flowing, man.
You were flowing?
Freestyling, me and a homie. We took over the mic. DJ let us up there. Oh, it was going down.
Did you have a Heisman flow?
I was flowing, man. Back in the day, I felt like I had a little something.
I got put on flowbation on the mic when I pre-practice.
You got put on what?
Flowbation.
Is that what they call it? Flowbation?
Yeah, or they take it. If you're
they
terrible,
took the mic away from you,
They took
dog?
the mic away from me. They put me on. Amendola used to put me on flowbation
Bro,
all
you
the
were
time.
horrible.
Horrible.
I mean, is that shocking?
Come on, man.
Now, what's the like Heisman perk that no one might not know about? What's like that one special thing that you get, or like?
Nah, yeah, I just think the perk is that's who you are. Like, that's who you're referred as. Like, man, you know, he won the Heisman Trophy. Like, that just happened the other day. Like, man, I was actually at my son's game last night. And it was one of the guys after the game was like, hey, man, gonna get a picture? And I think he had like his daughter or something with him. She's like, he's like, man, you don't know who this is, man. It's Charles Woodson, one of the best, but he won the Heisman Trophy. Like,
It's there forever.
that's it. Yeah, that they can't take that away from you.
Can't take that
Can't
away.
take it away from you.
Man.
Also, in the aftermath, Charles would go on to have a Hall of Fame NFL career, drafted 4th overall in the 1998 to Oakland. We covered, winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. You're a 3-time All-Pro Super Bowl champion, 9-time Pro Bowler, Defensive Player of the Year, 2019 Hall of Famer. Well-deserved.
Defensive Player of the Year in 2019.
Can we talk about
2009.
9.
Can we talk about Ty Law for a second? Another Michigan cornerback?
You know Ty at all?
Taiwan.
You know Ty?
Yeah,
Shot o'clock?
That's my guy.
Shot o'clock.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's Ty.
My guy.
That's Ty.
I
for
love
sure.
Ty,
For
but my
sure.
guy.
For sure. Ty left early. I thought I was going to get to play with Ty one year in Michigan.
Yeah.
He left early.
Was he the guy when he left?
Oh, he was the man. Yeah, he was the man.
All right, what's the legacy of this game before we score it? This game, the legacy, 1997, the game between Ohio State and Michigan. Legacy from Charles Woodson is...
Well, I guess for me, it would be that I mentioned earlier, like this was the game, right, that truly, like there's other little, you know, the other moments I feel like are kind of ancillary moments. But in terms of what really gave me the notoriety, right, in the football world, all right, was that game. Like forever, you know, people are going to remember that game. Heisman moments. You're undefeated, get a chance to go to the Rose Bowl, get a chance to play for a national championship. You had to go through Ohio State to do it. That was like, that's almost like my base is like where I grew up. Like that's my foundation. But the base in terms of all of the other stuff that came after, like NFL Rookie of the Year, that was the start of all that. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Well, now that you say it like that, like you did, that's the pinnacle of college football, right? Heisman, undefeated, national championship, Michigan, Ohio State, Rose Bowl. Like what
He's done
more
the
could you
pinnacle on every
possibly ask?
level.
That's the dream right there.
Yeah. What more could you possibly ask?
When you lay down, you're like, man, I wish I could win the Heisman national championship. Oh, I did that.
Jesus. Must be nice.
Yeah.
Well, you've never experienced beating the Zips.
No, we beat the Zips, bro. We beat them. But I got that wagon wheel one year. We got that.
What was your record against the Zips?
1-2.
Oh, man.
Came out early.
The old Zips. Had
I went to JUCO. All right, let's name the game. Then we score the game. Is this the greatest game of all time? Let's score it. Remember, decimals are encouraged. We came up with these names. If you have a name, we can use it. But we came up with the game 97, the Heisman clincher, in your Buckeye.
No, in your Buckeye.
In your Buckeye.
In your Buckeye.
Charles in charge, Woodson 97. Or do you have a name? Or do you resonate with one of these names?
Oh, man. In your Buckeye has a little ring to it.
In your Buckeye. I like it. I like
has a
it.
little ring to it.
Let's score the game.
I like it.
The stakes, 0 to 10, decimals encouraged. The stakes of this Ohio State-Michigan game to go to the Rose Bowl. Potential Heisman clinching moment. The stakes of this game for you, 0 to 10, decimals encouraged.
The stakes are the highest, so that's 10, right?
All right.
You got it. Okay.
I mostly give people shit for scoring a 10, but I mean undefeated.
This is
Michigan,
pretty crazy.
Ohio State, like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
There's a lot. I'm going to go with like a 9.
9.
Why would you go 9?
Because it's not a national championship. We've done literally people that are trying.
No. That game is the national championship. We weren't worried about the next game. We're going to win that one.
I'm just saying, but we've done
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Dude, it's the game.
It's my score.
There's nothing after the game.
You have your score, I have my score, Charles.
But look, if there's a contest and it's called the game, there ain't nothing after that.
But the game is only said the game by the two teams that play in the game.
But if you watch the telecast like before the game ever comes on, everybody refers to it as the game.
The game
So it's not just the
tomorrow
two teams.
is between a different team.
No, there's a game tomorrow.
9 is a high score. You're not bullying me into changing my score, Charles. You will not bully me into changing my score.
Jack had an 8.9, I had a 9.1.
Star power of the game. Guys on your team, guys on other team, coaching staffs, star power, 0 to 10, 10 being, fuck, there's so many stars, it's not even funny.
It's like an all-star
1
game.
being, there's no one.
It's a Akron Kent State game.
What are you talking about? We had a couple studs there.
Star power.
How many
That's interesting. Oh, yeah.
NFL players on Michigan? 31.
31.
How many on Ohio State? Probably a bunch.
There's a bunch. Yeah.
A lot of stars.
Lloyd Carr, future Tom.
Yeah,
I'm
baby.
sure there was some Michigan celebrities in the building too.
This place was slammed with celebrities.
Let's go 9.4.
9.4.
Pretty
That's a
good.
good one. That's a good one. For me, I will go. I feel like Charles is bullying me with his eyes on my score. I'm gonna go with a
You are very impressionable.
8.9. 8.9.
See?
A lot of stars.
See, who was their quarterback of Ohio State?
Greasy.
Ohio State.
Ohio State was some guy that.
Yeah.
Joe
see?
Jermaine,
Some guy.
Stanley Jackson.
There you go. They had 2. So you know what
They
they
had
say?
2.
If you got 2 quarterbacks, you don't have any. Jack had a 9.1. I had a 7.5.
Why'd you have a 7.5?
Because, I mean, who was their other quarterback? They had 2 quarterbacks. John Cooper, coach. You know, it's not like a Pro Bowl game with like Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and, you know, Elton John's doing halftime show.
I see what you did
All right.
there. I see what you did there.
Let's go with the gameplay of the game. How the game went. 0 to 10. Decimals
Oh man,
encouraged.
yeah, I think the game was
Low scoring game.
Low scoring game.
A lot of phases played
Yeah,
well.
I'm gonna go 9.5.
9.5, Charles.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I like the 9.5.
Jesus. I'm going to go, I'm a teamer guy. I like old school brute football, but there were some turnovers. I like to
Second
see
half
more.
was a little, you know.
I like to see a little cleaner offense. You know, I'm an offensive guy, so I'll go with the 8.2.
Jack had a 7.8. I had a 7.4.
The name of the game. We grade the name of
I
the
said
game.
10.
In your Buckeye.
It's also the cultural like significance
This
of a
is
game,
pretty-
which I think is very high.
This is a very high culturally. You're going 10. 10?
There ain't no other way.
All right, we got 10 from Charles. No bias there. Non-biased opinion, that's a great name. And everyone knows this game. I'll go with the 8.9.
That's the worst score you could have given, dog.
What are you talking about? It's a great...
Jack had a 9.2. I also had an 8.9.
8.8. Where does this put? Let's see where it lands on the list.
Okay, let's find out.
What's our grand total?
It's an 8.86.
It's a high scoring game.
8.86. It's our new. It's tied for 12th. Actually, I'm sorry, tied for 12th with Super Bowl 52. Eagles versus Patriots, just ahead of Super Bowl 18, Raiders versus Redskins, and just behind Choke at the Doke, Florida versus Florida State, 1994.
It's respectable, man.
It's very
That's a great
respectable.
spot for it.
Miracle on Ice, 2001 Stanley Cup, Malcolm Butler game. Oh, that was a good one.
My favorite is like number 8. I like the 1999 Women's World Cup final. China versus America. A lot of geopolitically stuff going on in that one.
See, that's when you talk about stakes, like the geopolitical
Yeah,
nature.
there's geopolitical.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, if you put it like that.
Yeah. Like I personally think the highest stake game ever would be the Space Jam game. Because like the world could have been like ruined if they lost that game.
it's a fiction game, bro.
Maybe to you.
I'm happy with that.
It's a good score.
That's
Maybe
a really
little-
good. It's our. Is it what Choke-a-Doke is better?
I don't think so.
We do a rescoring here.
What was the Choke-a-Doke?
That was where Florida was kicking the shit out of Florida State, and then Florida State scored like 28 unanswered points to like tie it late. Fred Taylor versus Warwick Dunn.
Back in the day.
We did that game with Bert Kreischer. He's a big Florida State fan, so kind of
Bert Kreischer game. How did it get so high? That's crazy.
Because you're impressionable. So you base your score off of what the guest does.
Not
as
even
opposed
close.
to like
This is non-bias here.
Like
Let's move it on. Let's move it on.
Here's our lower scores.
Charles, we miss anything from this game?
No, I think we hit all of the moments, all the big moments. You missed the after party after the game.
How was the after party after the game?
That was a good time.
We'll keep it with the good time.
Good time.
A good time. Everyone's got to go check out Woodson Whiskey. Also, Intercept
Wines. Intercept Wines.
Intercept Wines. Don't we have a cigar company too, I think?
Not yet.
Not yet. We need to get one.
yet.
We should also maybe do a rose company.
Ooh.
We could do a rose distribution company.
It comes with the cigar.
It comes with the cigars. Everyone go check them out. Your IG. What's your IG?
Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson.
Yep.
Fox NFL kickoff every Sunday at 8 o'clock. Check
every
us
Sunday.
out.
Let's go.
Charles, thanks for coming on,
Man,
bro.
appreciate you having me, man.
Man, that was a fun episode to go down memory lane with Ohio State, Michigan, with Michigan legend, college football lore, NFL Hall of Famer, Charles Woodson.
Oh, and Jack's.
The boy's back.
here.
The boy's back.
Jack's back.
I hated missing that one.
I changed my-
Oh, Charles. I would have worn my ascot for it.
I know.
No,
We didn't get the ask.
We didn't. Oh, no.
I was
just
one
going to ask
question
you.
Jack wanted to get asked.
That's okay.
We needed our mascot to ask the ascot.
Ah, there it is,
Question.
baby.
We needed our mascot to ask
I
the
love it.
ascot
Dude,
question.
I heard it was an amazing interview, though.
Yeah, it was fun.
Charles brings the heat every time.
He's a captain. You got captain energy.
I was going to say, you guys are already teammates.
Pro.
So it's
Stud.
like riding a bike, easy money.
And it's time for the Chill Zone, brought to you by Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/GWN and celebrate responsibly.
Cheers, guy. Nice.
Like a rock.
All right, what are we doing here today, Jack?
All right. It is Thanksgiving season. With that being said, Jules, we want to talk to you a little bit about what it's like to play football in the National Football League on Thanksgiving. They just go together, baby.
Yeah.
Spaghetti, meatball, peas and carrots,
How
football
many
on
times
Thanksgiving.
I played on it twice? One in Detroit, one in New York.
Yep.
Detroit almost housed a punt. I think I got tackled by the punter.
Gotta see that.
Made a big block for Wes on a slip screen. He scored on it. But we won that one, and then we scored 2 touchdowns in that Thanksgiving game. And
So that would have been the morning
fumble
game.
game.
Would that have been the morning game when you played in Detroit?
yeah, we played the morning game.
What's
Then we
what's
played
that
the
routine
night.
like? Games at what starts at 12 Eastern?
Yeah, I mean, the whole schedule's jacked up. You usually do your Thanksgiving if you're on the road, which we were on the road both times. You do it the Friday, you're back, or the Wednesday before, or usually it's when you come back
So that
because you have a
Friday.
day off. Did we have any? We had like Christmas games where they were at home, but you still practice, you still have your stuff. Everything's kind of abbreviated a little bit because it is a Thursday game, so there's no like physical tough practice because there's no practice on Thursday night games regardless. Because you're still recovering from that week before. But I think they provide Thanksgiving turkey stuff at the facilities before, like that whole week you get like Thanksgiving turkey stuff.
Yeah. Stuffing, mashed potatoes.
Stuffing, mashed potato, mac and cheese. You have a lot of Southern guys, so the mac and cheese is big in the South. Do you have mac and cheese at yours?
No, see, that's the thing. I'm a Southern man, and I don't even eat mac and cheese on Thanksgiving. Never have.
Maybe it's just the black dudes. Maybe
I'm
some black guys.
No, but they're Northern. They're other.
I've incorporated mac and cheese into my Thanksgiving.
See, that never hits
just
the
because
table.
it's excuse to have mac and cheese.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I didn't
awesome,
grow
but
up
like-
with it, but it's like you get access to the
No,
internet.
I never did. Did you guys, Jules, at all?
No, we were green bean casserole.
Same.
Green bean casserole, stuffing, yams.
Cranberry.
Canned cranberry
I
sauce.
like canned cranberry.
Yeah, me too.
I like the canned
Me too.
cranberry.
You can't beat it.
And then mashed potatoes, gravy, turkey. Best one I've ever had though was at Conley's house.
Okay, so tell us about where you would actually
Dan
have
Conley.
Thanksgiving when you would do Thanksgiving.
I think we went to his house that year. I think I've been to Mankins for one.
Okay.
Then did my own for younger guys as I got older, like I think a receiver.
Oh, you did? You hosted? I didn't know that.
Maybe once.
So you just wouldn't have
Maybe had
Thanksgiving with
Gunner
your
over or something.
How many times have you had Thanksgiving with your family while you were playing?
Later in my career, when Lily came,
Yeah.
we would have like a little Thanksgiving, but it was, you're a mercenary.
Yeah.
At least early in part of my career. So you go to the married family guy's house. So Dan Conley, he did like 3 turkeys. He did like a smoked, deep fry, a bake. He made everything handmade. Some of the best yams, and I'm not even a yam sweet potato guy. Everything he made was elite. I think his brother was a chef, and he was really passionate about the chefing. I think he made a homemade cider, apple cider. He had homemade beer. He had homemade marshmallows for the s'mores for the kids. This guy had homemade everything.
Jeez Louise.
How do you do the turkey? Was it fried? Was it baked?
One of
Was
each.
What about smoked?
One of each. A smoked, baked, and a deep
Like the
fried.
Noah's Ark of turkeys.
I mean, this
Man,
Noah's Ark of everything.
that's crazy.
Stuffing inside the bird or stuffing made separately?
I think he made it out. I think he may have had both, but outside. But you don't eat the stuffing in the bird, I don't think.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I feel like some people have in the past, but that's
They do. They did. In the
What's the point of
past,
putting
but
stuffing in the bird if you're not going to eat it?
I don't know.
It kind of dries your bird
They call it
out.
dressing.
What about in college? Because this game was a college game. Like, and you're not really having like, there aren't any veterans.
College, you're out like you're out with all your
go to the dining
teammates.
hall?
Dining hall.
Yeah.
Freaking Dunbar in Kent State. Freaking eating cafeteria turkey. I used to hate the turkey at Kent.
Oh, brutal, bro.
Like it's just, you know what I mean? It was not, I don't think it was real turkey. I think it was like the loaves of turkey that you buy and they just cut it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It's like deli meat turkey almost.
And the gravy
that's
was,
when you need the gravy to try to counteract it.
but
the gravy's
we
no
didn't
good.
have great gravy.
Yeah,
either.
no,
I
it's
remember the
brutal.
college food being very bad.
I can see that.
Not, like it was all right.
Because that's like your last game of the year in college usually.
I did go to Coach Martin's house, I think once or twice.
Oh, nice.
He used to have me at his house and his wife could cook. She was from Kentucky or something.
That feels like a NCAA.
Yeah, I was just going to say, is that allowed? Allowed back then?
Full violation. Full
You can have the
violation.
turkey, but you can't have the stuffing.
Yeah, you can't have the stuffing.
No
Yeah.
gravy.
No gravy.
Yeah. Is that extra gravy?
But yeah, the
We're
Thanksgiving
going to have to
day
self-report this.
in the NFL, I liked it because you're the show and everyone's watching you.
That's true.
And I was always used to not being around my family for that long period of time. And at that point in my life, my family was really the teammates. Because you were so accustomed to, even if you weren't playing on Thanksgiving, you're going, to one of your teammates' house. You had a little short practice in the morning, but you still had practice. It was always a fun day because you had the excitement of holiday and eating afterwards, hanging out with family, but it still was always a work day.
No, I feel
But I
that.
liked it because you got to earn your turkey.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like if we practiced on Thanksgiving, we didn't have a Thanksgiving game. Like I always remember we were always let out pretty early. We didn't have like after meetings and it'd be an early practice, get our work done. But then you got to go home and you felt like, oh, I could eat the turkey.
Yeah, I'm going to earn that tryptophan, baby. I'm going to earn that. I'm going to earn wearing these stretchy pants. Heck yes. I'm deep over here in the box score. Nick Harris took you down on that return. Punter.
Yeah, the
Detroit
punter.
Lions.
I remember I got ridiculed for that.
A classic Sean Hill versus Tom Brady matchup.
What year was that?
This was 2010.
2010.
10.
Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, Danny Woodhead. Big Deion Branch game.
Big Dion.
Now, like if you like started the season, you get the schedule or whatever, and you've got do you want a Thanksgiving game or do you not want a Thanksgiving game?
You probably, I mean, I don't want a Thanksgiving game because they're not at home for us usually.
Yeah,
That's
if
true,
you had
yeah.
a home Thanksgiving game,
Yeah, if you're at home, maybe.
it'd still be a night game if you had
Still
one.
been, yeah.
Because the night game was relatively recent addition.
The Patriots Jets
Yeah.
one was one of the maybe the second one.
Yeah,
the
2012.
third Thanksgiving
Yeah.
game. Yeah,
Because it used to just be the 2-day games or 3.
and the Patriots played another night Thanksgiving game against the Vikings after he'd retired.
Yes.
I would say you probably wouldn't want to.
You'd rather the easy practice in the morning or like the low key practice in the morning.
Yeah, and I
Then
also
you go
want
to
to.
lineman Thanksgiving.
I mean, you still had like kind of a day off, even though you worked.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a full day of work, and you got to like do a whole lot of nothing for a long part of the day and just watch food or watch football, and do the Thanksgiving thing.
culturally be a part of it as opposed to having to work.
And even if you were like, you didn't have a place to go and you were like scheming up where you're going with your friends, it was still fun to do that.
No, I feel that.
So now on the Sunday after Thanksgiving, like, can you catch a vibe on the guys who maybe had a little bit too much on that Thursday? Or are these guys cruising through that no one's that sluggish?
You remember a coach saying something like afterwards, "What are you guys eating too much goddamn turkey last night?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Classic.
Listen, ass eyes.
Yeah.
oh no, get that turkey out of here.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so you guys would practice if you didn't have a game that day in the morning?
Usually, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Quick,
In and out.
like in 9 o'clock practice, which practice usually started around like 12:31.
Oh wow, that is early.
Get out by 11, 12.
Nice.
Now that I'm like just thinking about this, why aren't the Patriots having like a Thanksgiving Day game every year like the Cowboys and the Lions? I mean, the first Thanksgiving happened like
That's a great point, guy.
50 miles from the stadium.
That's
Less
a great
than
point.
that.
I mean,
Less than
Plymouth
that, bro,
Rock,
Yeah. Yeah, Raj,
down
what are we
over there
doing
in the
here?
South Shore.
This year we got Green Bay at Detroit is the early one as usual.
good one.
Then you got Kansas City at Dallas.
Kansas City at Dallas.
That's a 4:30 slot. Then you got the night game, Cincy at Baltimore.
Something that I don't think it's enough, like we all talk about NFL Thanksgiving, but that weekend is home to some of the best college football games.
This
too,
is true.
Right? Friday and Saturday, right? Always the game.
The Egg Bowl. You got the Egg Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Black Friday game.
Black Friday game.
NFL.
Yeah.
Hey, Amazon Prime. Right?
Who is it this year?
Is it Bears Eagles?
Bears Eagles. That's
kinda fun.
It's okay.
Oh, it is.
We'll
Double
see.
doink two.
We'll see.
Double
we go
doink
for a
too.
triple
That would be
doink?
awesome.
Go for a triple dunk.
Have you guys been hearing
The more doinks, the
the
better.
doinks because they put the microphone on the?
I love it.
It's way better.
It's so good.
You know, that's something that hockey does. They
Yeah.
mic the boards so like all the sticks and the things makes it sound like it's happening more.
I love that doink sound. Also, we'd be remiss. We're talking New England football. That's your rivalry day, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. High school football has a big,
That's one thing I remember too a
Yeah.
lot. They would always the Super Bowl. They call it the Super Bowl
Yeah.
in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And it was always at Foxborough. So we'd be leaving or something.
Yeah. But the Super Bowl was not Thanksgiving. In Massachusetts, I don't know if it's changed now, but back in the day, you would play your like town rival. So like Methuen would play
That's
your
what it was.
Drake.
There was some
Yeah.
kind of football
Yeah.
game there always, every year.
Oh,
You
I
got
play-
any big
I-
memes?
I played on Thanksgiving Day.
I was just gonna say, you got any good
played-
ones?
In Foxborough?
No, I'm Western Mass, so we never got to play in Foxborough. Our like Super Bowl that we played in was at Worcester State. Yeah, but we
Same thing,
played,
Gillette. Same thing.
RCA dome.
My senior year, they had a Berkshire County Championship that we played on like 10 a.m. At home on Thanksgiving, which was awesome. It was the first I ever played, and I did earn my fucking turkey. And we won Berkshire County Championship. Let's go,
Damn right. Don't forget it.
go Mounties! They don't
Let's
exist
go,
anymore.
baby.
All right, well, have
Love
a
that.
happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving and football just
All you old
goes
guys
together.
out there about to play in that turkey bowl,
Stretch.
don't forget to stretch them Achilles, them hammies.
backs.
And that was the Chill Zone. Thanks to our favorite beer, Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/GWN and celebrate responsibly. Blue. Man, what a game. Thanks again to Charles Woodson. And that's been another episode of Games with Names. Remember to follow Games with Names. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. Comment a game you want us to do. And remember,
Rate and review.
and leave us 5-star review on Spotify while you're there. Remember to follow Games with Names on YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, Snapchat, and Discord. Leave a comment on the YouTube full episode. We'll read the best ones in our future episodes. Leave a message on the old hotline. That number is 424-291-2290. We'll see you guys next week. Games with Names, a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.